morning students. This is Suman, Chaswal, your English teacher. How are all of you? Good? I'm fine too. So today I'm continuing with the SST questions of the economics chapter, sectors of the economy. Okay, I had given you a difference between public and private sector and the difference between primary, secondary and tertiary. Today I'm going to give you the difference between organized and unorganized sector. Okay, and we will again do it in the form of a table for easy learning. Okay students, and this is for class 10 students. I hope all of you are preparing. The time is now coming very close for your board exams. So pay attention and understand, and you will be able to learn also. So let's get started. So the chapter is sectors of Indian economy. Now I am doing a difference between organized sector and unorganized sector. Okay, organized and unorganized sector you have in the case of employment. Okay, there are two ways of employment in which there is an organized sector of employment and unorganized sector of employment. What are the differences? Okay, so organized sector and unorganized sector. Writing in the form of a table will really help you to learn. Okay, learn one side and the other, automatically you will learn the other side. So the first difference is, number one, fixed working hours. So in an organized sector there are fixed working hours. 9 to 5 or 8 to 10 or whatever. Okay, so there are fixed working hours. You know that in the morning you have to go at this time and you have to come back at that. But on the other hand, no fixed working hours. So see how it's easy it becomes to learn. So you learn one point and the other is automatically fixed working hours, no fixed working hours. Okay, there is no time to go, no time to come back. Okay, then second is regular salary. Regular salary or wages. Okay, by the end of the month you get your salary. Okay, and here no regular salary. It is just the wish of the employer. He may pay you this much or that much or cut it out or whatever. So there is no regular salary. Then third, paid holidays such as Sundays. Okay, every day, every thing you get thing, and holidays and other holidays. So they are paid. Sunday you have an off, but money is not deducted. Okay, so it is a paid holiday. And other holidays also, there is some festival, 2nd October, national festivals is a holiday, so no pay is deducted. So it is called paid holiday. But on the other hand, in this thing, no paid holiday or other holidays. Whenever there is employer takes a holiday, his pay is deducted. Okay, so in the unorganized sector there is no paid holiday. Then appointment letter. The employee gets appointment letter with conditions, terms of service, benefits, etc. Okay. So at the time of employing the person, an appointment letter is given in which all this thing is written, conditions, okay, terms of service, benefits, everything is given in that. Okay, so the employer has to follow them. But on the other hand, no appointment letter. So if there is no appointment letter, means there will be no terms of condition, there will be no this thing, there will be nothing. Okay. So what does this appointment do? That means the employer can remove the person. Whenever he wants. Okay, but here appointment letter is there and the term of service is given, 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, whatever. So the employer cannot remove this person. But here there is no appointment letter, so the employer can remove the person anytime that he wants. Okay. Next point. Facilities such as this benefits which I told you, what are those benefits? Those benefits are such as Provident Fund, medical allowance, okay, so they are granted. So the employee gets Provident Fund, gets medical allowance, okay, so he gets all these extra benefits. But in the case of what you call no facilities are provided. Only whatever salary is this thing will be given. No facilities. Okay. Then organized sector. There are various laws and regulations are followed. For example, Factory Law, Wages Act, etc. But here, on the other hand, no laws are applicable, or no laws are followed or applicable. So here in the organized sector, various laws and regulations are followed like Factory Law, Wages Act, etc. But in the case of unorganized sector, no laws are followed. Okay. Next point. Safe drinking water. And safe environment, especially for women. Okay, so there is safe drinking water and safe environment is provided. But here, no such facility, no arrangements for safe water and safety. Okay. So on the other hand, in the unorganized sector, there is no arrangement for safe water and security. But in the organized sector, there is safe drinking water and safe environment is provided, especially for women working in an office environment. There are a lot of safety and securities for the women. Okay, and even for the other personnel. So in this way, the organized sector is a better sector for employment than an unorganized sector. And last is, after retirement, workers get pension. But no pension is granted. So whatever is given in the organized sector is not given in the unorganized sector. So it becomes very easy to learn both the sectors. Okay. The question can even come, write a short note on organized sector, so you know all that. and the opposite of that is the unorganized sector. Okay, so you can give. Now if you have to give an example, give an example here. Working in an office or multinational company, and here example will be working in a shop or under the contractor. So these are all unorganized sectors. Okay, so this is an important question, and two questions are learned simultaneously. Difference also, and either way also one question can come. Write a short note on organized sector and write a short note on unorganized sector. So your points are all the same. So let's go through them once again. Organized sector is fixed working hours. Unorganized, no fixed working hours. Regular salary wages, no regular salary. Paid holidays such as Sundays and other holidays, no paid holiday or other holidays. Appointment letter with conditions, terms of service and benefits, etc. No appointment letter. The employer can remove the person wherever he wants. Facilities such as provident fund, medical allowance are granted. No facilities are provided. Then various laws and regulations are followed, like Factory Law, Wages Act, but no laws are followed. Then safe and drinking water and safe environment is provided, but no arrangement for safe water, no drinking water and safety. After retirement, workers get pension, no pension is granted. And last is, for example, working in an MNC and working in a shop or under the contractor. So this is the difference between, I'll give you a closer look so that you can note down the complete table, and it will help you so that you can note it down, and this will help you to what you call write it down and learn. Okay, so these are the two sectors which I just now told you about, the organized sector and the unorganized sector. Students, this is an important question, so please note it down and it will help you to learn. Okay. Now our next question is, this lesson there are a lot of differences which you have to learn. Okay. What is the difference between open unemployment and disguised unemployment? This is also an important question. Let's do that. Difference between, our next question is difference between open unemployment and second is disguised unemployment. Both are unemployment, and unemployment means when person does not have a job. So both are ways of unemployment, but there is a difference between the two. This is open unemployment and this is disguise. So what is the difference that we are going to read about? Okay. When is now in an open employment, when a person is unable to find any gainful work or job. So this is a open unemployment. He cannot find, he wants to work but he cannot find any job, any gainful job. Okay, that is open unemployment. Suppose the person is a graduate, he is educated also, but still he cannot find a job. Okay, so that is open unemployment. He wants to work, he is able to work, he is qualified to work, but still he does not get a job. Okay, so that is open unemployment. Then disguised, when more people are engaged in an activity that requires less number of people. When more people are engaged in an activity that requires less number of people. Now this is an example of rural, in the rural sector, villages. Now first father and mother and their 2 sons, they were working on the field. Later on the 2 sons get married, their wives also, so now from 4 they become 6. But the piece of land is the same. Then further they have two sons, they have become 10. So they are also working. So the activity is the same piece of land. But from 4 people it has become to 6 and then 8 and then 10. So it doesn't require 10 people, but there is no other job. So they're working on the same piece of land. So this is known as disguised unemployment, which is very common in the rural areas. That when more number of people are engaged in that activity than required. That is known as disguised unemployment. Okay. Example, rural areas, and here example, urban areas. For example, educated youth, unemployed. Okay, rural areas, villages, in villages. So this is the difference between open unemployment and disguised unemployment. Open unemployment, when a person is able to find, is not able to find any gainful work or job. Even though he is educated, he is not able to find any job. It is known as open unemployment. And disguised, when more people are engaged in an activity that requires less number of people. Okay, that requires 4 people, 10 people are working. So this is known as disguised unemployment, and this is very common in the villages. They have only that small piece of land and the whole family, the members of the family, they are working on them, which is not required. But there is no other means of employment, so they are working there only on the field. So that is known as disguised unemployment. And open unemployment is very common in the city areas, in the urban areas. The educated youth, he is graduate, he is educated, but he is not finding any gainful job. Okay, so that is known as open unemployment. So students, this was the second question, difference between open unemployment and disguised unemployment. Then next question is, there's another type of unemployment which is called seasonal unemployment. What is seasonal unemployment? This is also another type of unemployment which is called seasonal unemployment. Seasonal means in the whole year for a very short time, short period of time, 2 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, a person gets work and then the rest of the month he has no work. So this is known as seasonal work. Especially this is possible where in the villages, when the crops are sown, at that time people are required, and then in between there is no requirement of people. When the crop grows and the time for harvesting, again number of people are required for harvesting. So that in between period there is no work. From the time the crop is sown till the time it is harvested, there is no work. So that is known as seasonal unemployment. At the time of sowing, people are required, farmers are required, so the work is there. But when the crop grows, there is no requirement, and only the requirement comes when it is time to harvest, means to cut the crop. So this is known as seasonal unemployment in villages. This is very much common in villages, that only for some short, like in tea gardens, etc. Okay, at the time the tea leaves, when they are ready to be plucked, at that time they require, they in Assam, laborers come from Bihar and Orissa and around areas, because lot of workers are required to pluck the leaves, and they have to be done in that period of time. But throughout the other months there is no requirement. So this type of unemployment is known as seasonal unemployment. Now take in the case of urban areas, in the cities and towns, when the construction is going on, the laborers are required, okay, for the building of the buildings, etc. But once the construction has been completed, then there is no work until another project is started. So again this type of unemployment is known as seasonal. The casual laborers, they get work for 3, 4, 5 months. Once the construction is over, they don't have any work. So this is known as seasonal unemployment. At the time of the season, the employment is there, and other months there is no employment. Okay. So how do we write? A person gets employment for a few months in an year. Now example, rural areas, at the time of sowing and harvesting. So work only at the time of sowing and harvesting. Rest, no work. Work at the time of sowing and harvesting, rest time, no work. And in the urban areas, casual laborers get work during construction period. As soon as the rains come, what happens? Construction stops, so no work during the rains. Once it starts raining, then all work stops, so they don't get work. So this type of unemployment is known as seasonal unemployment, that you get work only for a few months in a year. Okay, so I've given you example of the rural areas as well as the urban areas. So casual labor gets work during construction period and no work during the rains. The moment the rains come, the work stops. So there is no work. So three types of unemployment: open unemployment, then second I told you disguised unemployment, and third I've told you is seasonal unemployment. Is it clear, students? And with examples. Whenever you're giving something, give an example and you will get full marks. Okay? If you illustrate with an example, you're proving your point and you will get full marks. Okay? So I gave you today only differences between organized and unorganized sector. And secondly, I gave you difference between open unemployment, disguised unemployment, and third is seasonal unemployment. 3 ways of unemployment. Okay, students? So this was from your chapter Sectors of the Indian Economy for class 10th. Okay? So I am finishing this chapter. So kindly look up the videos, and this will help you to learn. Make your tables and do your learning, and it will help you to learn. Okay, students? So the next class I will finish this chapter with other long answers or short question answers. And if you have any doubts, you can write in the comment box. Thank you, students, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and God bless all of you. Thank you so much.